Batman has gone through many a suit since he first appeared on the scene in Detective Comics number 27, and while some have been a bit questionable, others have been pretty damn cool. So today let's take a look at some of the greatest and some of the lamest with our top 10 Batsuits list. And at number 10 is the original 1939 Batsuit. What would this list be without touching on the original suit that Bruce made his debut in? With bat ears situated over the actual ears and a very profuse bat wing-like cape inspired by Leonardo da Vinci's sketch of an ornithopter flying device, the costume would later change slightly in Batman's follow-up appearances over the next year. Kane and Finger drew upon a lot of contemporary 1930s pop culture for his aesthetic and his weaponry, including films like Mark of Horror and pulp heroes like Dick Tracy and Sherlock Holmes. And at number 9 is the Batman Beyond suit. While it might not be Bruce Wayne wearing this suit, it's definitely a slick reimagining for his successor in Batman Beyond, Terry McGinnis. If you're unfamiliar with the show, it takes place in the future, and Terry is being mentored by a now retired Bruce Wayne. It's a high-tech batsuit, and Terry eventually convinces a reluctant Bruce that he should take up the mantle. He even steals one of the batsuits too right off the get-go. And at number 8 is Adam West's 1960s Batman. This one makes the list for the giggles, friends. Adam West's Batman of the 60s television series and the 1966 film is one of the most iconic, especially since his Batman was one of the first to really hit mainstream pop culture and make superheroes more of a norm. Whenever he would leave the Batcave, he'd slide down the bat pole, which apparently had a costuming device that would dress him in his batsuit. Stripper poles. Only not a stripper pole when you're a fireman, but if you're not a fireman, it's still a stripper pole. And at number 7 is the zebra suit. So the Silver Age gave us a whole lot of silly Batman moments, and while there's a ton of other great Silver Age versions of his suit that we could touch on, this one in particular is a personal favorite, and so damn ridiculous. So in Detective Comics 275, Batman and Robin take on a foe named Zebra Man, who finds a way to charge his body with energy, creating lines of force. These emanate off his body, and he can control it with a button on his utility belt. But when Batman apprehends him, he gets hit with the energy and can't control it, making lines of force shoot off his own body, causing everything around him to be whipped in the opposite direction. Even the boy Wonder keeps his distance. What's your favorite Batman Silver Age suit? Let me know in the comments below, guys. And number 6 is the Thrasher suit. This suit is technically a power suit, which we will be touching on a bit later on. But this one appears in 2012's Night of the Owls story arc, which by the way is probably the best series in the New 52 era. Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's work on it was fantastic. This suit was designed to take on the practically immortal legions of Court of Owls, the Talons, and it's heavily armored and temperature resistant. And at number 5 is the Arkhamverse Batsuit. Going back to a bit more of a classic take on the Batsuit here, we have the Arkhamverse Batsuit, specifically the Arkham City version, because it's super freaking cool. A contemporary take on the suit, it's got all the classic bits but upgraded. Kevlar padding, armored plates made of ceramic that is layered with kinetic damping gel, and biochemical support technology. The cowl has a graphite exterior with Kevlar paneling inside, making it impact resistant and protects from small caliber firearms and concussive blows. And the cape, made of memory cloth that becomes rigid, allowing him to glide. Talk about a work of art. And to boot, if you're not feeling the suit in the game, you can always download a skin of one of the many other Batsuits, including ones from the animated series, the Frank Miller version, and the Batman Beyond suit. And at number 4 is the Justice Armor. Designed by Alex Ross for the 2005 Justice series, the suit was inspired by the classic TV series Batmobile, and its utility belt is an homage to the one worn by Adam West in that series. Except it takes on a black and red color scheme, thankfully. It protected him from Brainiac's mind control, and it was capable of resisting hits from Superman, and allows him to fly. Pretty rad. And at number 3 is the Justice Buster. Speaking of justice, this suit was designed by Bruce to take on the Justice League, and it's like a massive rhino tank. He takes on each of the Justice League members individually, and has personalized tactics via the suit to defeat each. It has a bind of veils that tricks Diana into thinking she's killed bats. He beats Aquaman by shooting foam at him that sucks the moisture out of him, which is kinda up. It has Citrin Neutralizer to knock out Green Lantern. And for Superman, the suit's knuckles are equipped with microscopic red suns that knock him out. And inside its helmet, he has a piece of chewable synthetic polymer, aka gum, that contains kryptonite dust particles, which Bat spits out at Superman. And at number 2 is the Hellbat. So this one's super cool. Batman designed this suit with the help of each member of the Justice League. Wonder Woman worked on it in Hephaestus' workshop, it was submerged in the high pressure depths of the ocean by Aquaman, and Superman forged it in the sun. Bats goes to the planet Apokolips, which has a hellish landscape, where he combats an army of parademons, and defeats Darkseid's son. And finally, in our number 1 spot, the Pyro suit from The Dark Knight Returns. This is the suit that Bruce whips out on special occasions where he needs a little extra armor support and firepower. Appearing most iconically in Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, the Power Suit is useful for taking on superhuman foes like the Man of Steel. I mean, it was designed to take him on, really. It's an armored exoskeleton with the power to whip around the Batmobile with one hand. It also makes an appearance in the recent Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice film. And realistically, friends, the Power Suit is probably the most literal personification of Batman's plot armor to date, amplifying his power to that of many of foes that a human in peak physical and mental condition just wouldn't be able to take on. How's that for a collection collection of awesome bat suits. Are there any suits that we missed out on that you would have wanted us to include on our list? Should we do a part 2? Let us know your thoughts in those comments below. But for now, I'm Kelly Pally and you guys have been watching Top 10 Nerd. I'll catch you in the next one.